Well, g'day Dragons fans and welcome to the Mad Dragons vodcast player previews. We are down to the last baker's dozen and today it's a big one. There's a lot of questions around the new recruit, Moses Mbye. Now when Moses Mbye left the Bulldogs midway through 2018, he was hot property and considered a marquee signing for the Tigers. Nearly 4 years later, and no one is quite sure where his best position is, what role he's best at, and how much he's worth. Most people would tell you that Mbye was pretty ordinary last year, but the truth is that it was probably his best season since 2016. He had 10 try assists, the most since 2016. He had 3 forced dropouts, which is pathetic for a guy that is thought of as a half, but still, it's the best result he's had in a season since 2016. Sure, his running metres were at career lows, but it wasn't all rotten fish heads for Moses last season. The big thing that he brings is versatility. During his 157 game career, he's played 10 games off the bench, 27 games in the centres, 39 games at fullback, 24 games at 5'8", 50 games at halfback, and 7 games where he started at dummy half. During the 2021 season alone, he went from 5'8" to the bench to centre to 5'8" to the bench to centre and finished the year at fullback. So, what role will Moses play for the Dragons in 2022? I think it's one of the key questions Dragons fans have heading into the season. Fullback is probably his best position. And we know that Hook has told Tyrell Sloan and Cody Ramsey that they need to be the best option defensively if they want to play fullback at the Dragons. So this may give Moses the inside running, coming off a career best season defensively. Plus, he had 4 try assists in 3 games as a fullback at the end of 2021. Personally, I'd prefer Tyrell Sloan, but that may not be the way Hook goes to start the season. Now, I cannot see Mbye in the centres at all. I think we have far better options, and I don't think that's something that will be considered. But another thing that may be a consideration is 5'8". This is the possibility that scares me the most. I think Moses Mbye is significantly worse than Corey Norman as a half. So to think that there is some possibility that we may go with a player that is worse than a bloke every Dragons fan thought was utterly hopeless is terrifying. But with limited experienced options available, Hook may decide to go with this safety first, defence first, utterly woeful in attack option. Now, despite these being possibilities, I think the most likely outcome will be that Mbye will start the season in 14 coming off the bench and giving Andrew McCulloch a breather at 9. McCulloch is coming off an injury and he isn't getting any younger, so it may benefit him and the club if he doesn't have to play 80 minutes per game all season long. Mbye is good enough defensively, quick off the mark, and will provide a skill set that is very different to McCulloch. And that point of difference could be quite effective. The other obvious advantage of having Mbye on the bench is that if anyone in the back line gets injured, we'll have a ready-made replacement. So that's where I see Moses Mbye. I think he starts the season as the 14, the utility replacement on the bench. However, I do think that if there is an injury at 1 or 6, that it'll be Moses Mbye that'll get first crack. Maybe you've got a different view on this. Maybe you think Moses Mbye starts in reserve grade. Maybe you've got him starting at 1 or 6 ahead of the youngsters that are coming through the Dragon system. Make sure you let us know down in the comments. Make sure you're following the Mad Dragons vodcast and sharing whenever you can. Thank you very much for all your support so far. We'll be back again tomorrow. And one of the players we just mentioned in that preview was Andrew McCulloch. He's up next. Go the Dragons.